All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, Brissett. Open target here, Darius Slayton. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Let's go now. Not a rookie. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Hey, let's get in that hole.
They will run with Grant, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it. And some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on. Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
180. 51. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. This is Jerick McKinnon, who missed the entire 2018 campaign. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Good. 180. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a 1st down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the 1st down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of interest, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. But he'll take this back down inside the 20. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Here we go. Mark 55. Mark 55.
We're set on 1st down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, You'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On second down, it's Grant. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
On 3rd down, Brissett to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Derwin James, the all-pro safety, is a rookie there to knock it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Brissett to throw for it on 4th. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Hey, switch gears. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
On 2nd and 15 now. Mayfield being chased out left. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. Now Mayfield will keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Let's go, D.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. Mayfield now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Alert! Alert! Check nickel. Hatch. King. Kill. Turn it up.
They go play action. Mayfield. He's got Smith here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when and told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Vic Beasley making it look easy, cruising in for the sack. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. Here's Grant as they've got it 2nd down and 11. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a give right side. Grant. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Corey Grant, 45 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And on that long run, maybe the defense. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Play fake. Mayfield. He's going to air one out. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. This is Grant. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. To throw is Brissett. Finds his tight end Ingram. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw, Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They go play action with Brissett. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It's now 3rd down.
New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Brissett now. Completes it to Corey Grant. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
A gain of 5. It's 4th down.
8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the 2nd quarter.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Brissett, he'll let this go for the end. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. DJ Chark, 32 yards. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Hey, 4 down, 4 down. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Flushed out right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there. Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score,
that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, they felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still set. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Right here.
180.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Pistol.
Here we go.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, wahoo.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Third and long for Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's pulled in at the 32. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Patriots take over. Elsewhere on the NFL scoreboard in Dallas. And really pouring it on now with the Cowboys. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Corey Grant with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Mayfield looks to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mike 51. Hey, Foxtrot.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Real.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them in.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Ndamukong Suh coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9 after the sack. It's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Mayfield. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Steps away to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Deone Buchanan. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They go back to Grant. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. A first down throw for Brissett. Catch made by Slayton. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah,
what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Let's go. At their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Mayfield now. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mayfield to throw it. Got a man. It's Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Mayfield now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. Now Mayfield, forced out to his left. And he's got it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Hey, only 33.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Dancing to his left, and he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Brown, the lone receiver, left. They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves them with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. To throw, Brissett. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This will be caught by Brown. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
And the Dolphin first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back now in Foxborough. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 51. Mike 51. Come on, D.
Mike.
1st down, Mayfield. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. To throw, Mayfield. And my goodness, another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one good for 37 yards. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Brissett to throw on first. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a give, right side. It's Grant. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Bissett. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
Going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will extend this big lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach...
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
That right now... That's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
After the sack on first down, Mayfield gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Day, dog. Hey, Mike 51.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mayfield. And he's going to go down again. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Mayfield, he's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you could put yourself in jeopardy.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch that in, tight end's right.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. That's complete to his running back, Grant. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down. We're set on 3rd and 2.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for New England. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Mayfield on 1st down. It's caught. Smith. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20. A 1st down throw from Mayfield. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Dayon Buchanan. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Being chased out left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Mayfield looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. Monte Nicholson picks it. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
One last shot from Mayfield here. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together